Okay, hopefully this doesn't freeze up like it already has. Day two, three, whatever, Romeo and Juliet. So today, the idea is Juliet Capulet. That's the lesson. What? Story hinges. It does. In a way, the story hinges on Juliet Capulet. Not because she's the main character, but she is. So if you understand that Juliet is a Capulet, that allows you to understand that Romeo is not a Capulet. Because a lot of students will argue, I don't understand. All these names are so weird. First of all, they're not. Capulet. Whoa, I just moved on the screen. Uh, Capulet isn't that odd of a name. Montague, 3 syllables, however many letters. I could count them, but we even have 2 Montagues in our community here. They're not complex names. There are some Greek names. Well, there's names all over the place that are just insane. I have some students with names that are way harder than that. So I ixnay that immediately. No, don't. Don't even. Romeo's not that complex a name. Juliet's not that, because some people are going to try to find an excuse to justify that they don't want to learn this. So they'll immediately, oh my God, why can't he couldn't name him Dave Smith? Next, Juliet Capulet. Romeo, therefore, is not a Capulet. He's not. This is not one of those stories. Next, well, I just don't understand like how this is a real life scenario. It's not you can invent that it's confusing, but it's not. They're two different families and they're not supposed to date. My students can relate to that. We have multiple families that if you were to bring in someone from a different culture, that their family would go nuts. They might not verbalize it, but the family would be, "Well, I just don't understand why." And they do that quiet while they're over there. Bring in a same sex, same gender. Chaos. Chaos. Then we get into religious stuff, and as a teacher, I don't want to go anywhere near that. So it hinges on Juliet Capulet. Therefore, it's Romeo Montague, and the connection between them is the connection to them. Because there are people you're not supposed to date. Your family might have a problem with some of the cultural nuances. Your friend group might have a problem with some of the nuances. So now we're going beyond just the family, but the larger community. So all those people who identify. So I gave them the example leading off the story, Samson and Gregory. They are not in the Capulet family. They are of the Capulet family, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Samson and Gregory are servants. They work for the family. Later on, the nurse. She's not technically in the family. She's of the family. And I compare it to the way we might say, I lost my Chiefs flag, but with the Kansas City Chiefs, we might say, I can't believe we won a Super Bowl. I can't believe we only won 6 games. We? Do you remember me taking a few snaps when Mahomes got injured? No, you don't. I don't either. And it's not because I got hit on the head. There is no we. They just re-signed Kelsey. They didn't talk to me about it. Why not? Because I'm not in the organization. but I'm kind of the organization. I support the team. I click on them on TV. I buy some Chiefs stuff. I click on YouTube videos discussing the Chiefs. I listen to Nick Wright when he's screaming about his, see what I just did? Nick Wright. I just said his Kansas City Chiefs. Well, they're not his. So, story hinges Juliet Capulet and the connection that people have to Juliet Capulet. Because if you are not a Capulet, there's going to be a rivalry there. If you are a Capulet, you're going to have a rivalry with that which is outside the family. So if you can just get your brain around the character Juliet Capulet and understand Juliet Capulet, then you get, okay, so Lord Capulet. Oh, well, I don't know what family he's in. All these weird names. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because you do know. It's Mr. Capulet. I think you know what family he's in. Now, on the quiz, will some students get it wrong? Yes. Maybe I didn't teach how last names, when you know various people are related, work. Because I understand sometimes that you might have the same last name. I'm no connection to Conway Twitty. None. That's his first name. Whatever. I don't think I know any famous Conways. So, yeah, Lord Capulet is connected to Juliet Capulet. If he wasn't, it would be quite a red herring, which is a term. Now that I say it out loud, I'm probably going to use to mention next hour because that's a pretty good reference. Authors will sometimes throw in the red herring, but not this time. Well, what about Lord Montague? Yeah, is his last name Capulet? So he's not connected to Juliet. He's over there. So that's what we did today. Seems rather banal. Yeah, but it's a hinge of understanding. I keep saying the word hinge. But it is. It connects everything. That's apparently how I do hinges. I'm not physical like that. I'm not very good with that stuff. All I could do is like do this with my head and take my glass off at the beginning of the video. All right. So what do my students need to know? That if you understand Juliet Capulet, everything else in the story kind of falls into place. Yes, there is some chaos with the Escalus family. I know. But that also allows a bridge to occur with regards to the party. But yeah, I get that that could be a little bit confusing, but not that confusing.